Hi, I'm Lisa, and this is my channel, The Road to Reflection. As some of you know, I've been running a Street Epistemology in-person meetup group in Salt Lake City here for about the last year, a little more than a year now. Um, and I just wanted to share a little bit today about my group that I've been running, how I got started, where we meet, how often we meet, what we do, what I bring, and stuff like that. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around and I will be talking about that. So how I got started, a couple years ago when Anthony Magnabosco was on Mormon Stories, he came to Salt Lake City and he did the Mormon Stories podcast with John DeLynn, and he talked about street epistemology. And I thought, well, this would be a great time to start a group because maybe it'll spark some interest in the area. So I started planning a meetup group because I noticed there was nothing around, and I thought it'd be really fun to have a group where we could practice and talk about street epistemology and practice with other people and maybe do some out in public like other people have done. So I went to meetup.com. Actually, Reed helped me set up a meetup group, which is super easy to do. There is a cost for that. Let me pull that up so I can show that to you. Put that right there. So here's my Street Epistemology Salt Lake City group. You can see Reed organized it for me, but it's super easy to do. And it has 204 members now, and we don't obviously get that many at each meeting. We probably get anywhere from like 3 to 20, usually less than 10 for each meeting. But it's a really good, solid group. We have one upcoming event. I haven't posted next month's events yet. And so the upcoming events show up and the past events, and there's a discussion section. And this is a really good way that I've found to organize our meetings. It's been really super easy to make that happen. So, and last I heard, the cost to organize a meetup group was $30 a month if you pay for 6 months at a time, and it's like $35 if you do it month to month. So there is a cost involved, and there is a time element. You'll have to commit to doing, like, it does take several hours per month to organize and plan the meetings and make sure that the locations are secured and all of that. So where we meet is in libraries, like I said, because I'm a resident, there's no fee. We've also met in coffee shops, and we've met at the University of Utah Library. And but restaurants are a good place to meet as well. And we've also met in parks. We've had some pretty good success in talking with people in parks, which is a lot of fun too. Coffee shops I found have been a little noisy, and I really like having the quiet of the library. And then you also get a whiteboard that you can use and a TV that you can hook your computer to if you want to do that too. So we meet every other weekend for an hour and a half, and I usually schedule the room for about 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours, because we always end up going later than that. Our meetings always go longer, so I schedule them for an hour and a half, but we're almost always there for 2 hours. And then sometimes people stick around and talk for I don't know how long, because I don't always stick around and do that. So what we do, let me show you what I bring to all my meetings. This is my bag. It's my this is what I bring to every meeting that I go to. And I'll just show you. This is my binder, Street Epistemology Salt Lake City. I just printed that up. And so in my binder, I have signs that are covered in plastic, and I hang these up on the door to guide people to wherever the meeting room is in the library. I've got 2 of those, so I can put one by the entrance and then one closer to the meeting room. And in this binder, I keep copies of, let me see, 7 basic steps of street epistemology. I just took straight from the website and printed it up. And we often have new people, so I will almost always put these out on the table along with pens and note for note taking and stuff. Do's and don'ts of street epistemology. And the street epistemology survey, I just also cut and paste, printed it up, and used that a lot. So keep that. And I have a binder, spiral. This is where I keep a lot of notes about, I keep track of who comes to the meetings, what we do at the meetings, where the location is, the time, just what we did. So just to keep record, keep track of for kind of to see what worked and what didn't work, and so I can look back at it and see, eliminate the stuff that didn't work is my main goal. I also keep these books in my bag. So these are all the ones I do, how mine's change, because these come up a lot. So people who are familiar say, oh yeah, I was reading this, and then I have a question about that. So we discuss those pretty regularly. I also bring pens for note taking, Sharpies, whiteboard markers, because those come in super handy as well. Oh, I just got these in the mail yesterday. I made some stickers. A sticker app. They're kind of cool. It says Salt Lake City on them. People take those so I put those out on the table. Also made business cards with my name, my YouTube channel, and an email in case people want to contact me directly. I bring a timer to time our conversations at the end. And Tic Tacs, obviously. What else? Water bottles. I'm down to my last one, but I usually bring like a case of water bottles because people get thirsty. Name tags. What else? Oh, I pass these out, give these to people who participate. They take one. It's kind of fun. That's pretty much what I bring on my laptop, of course. And also, oh yeah, and these, I have 3x5 cards. I write questions down or prompts or words, or these are just questions mostly from the SE survey, like kind of adapted for conversation starters. And also, I got this cool game that somebody brought to our meeting. I never even heard of it before. It's called Spectrum, and there's cards in it. So we use this. These are just cards that have claims on them. Like, let me give you an example. Adopting is the only ethical way to get a pet. So they're just random claims. If nobody has a claim that they want to practice on, then we'll just pull some of these. America is stolen land. Some of them are controversial. And I have the extension packs. I got a NSFW pack, Existential, Apocalypse, and Love as the other cards that have claims on them as well. So what we do at our meetings, that's pretty much what I bring. Oh, and a phone. I just do an audio recording of our conversations with my phone. Nothing very high tech. I would like to use a camera, but I don't really know how, and I don't know if I'm motivated enough. If somebody else would do it, that would be awesome. So what we do at our meetings, we do kind of the same thing. We follow the same format every time. We do introductions. So every time it's the same. Say your name, and I ask 2 questions. Why are you here today? And what do you know about street epistemology? So it's been super interesting to hear people, like, why they show up. It's not always because they are interested in street epistemology. Sometimes they're just bored and looking for something to do on a Saturday afternoon. Or they're just like, I like philosophy and I heard of the word epistemology and I'm interested to see what's going on here. So I like hearing what motivates people to get out of their house and come hang out with a bunch of strangers on a weekend day. So that's pretty cool. And then we spend about 30 to 45 minutes doing an educational learning portion or study. And that's when we talk about a section from the books, or we watch a video and we analyze, what would you have asked? What would be a good question to ask next? What was good about this conversation? What could have been better? Like what would improve the rapport, or like, so just a different ways to analyze the conversation after it's happened. So the videos are really good for that. It's also a good introduction for people who are pretty new to see like what is exactly street epistemology, how can it apply in real life, and what are people doing with it, and why am I motivated to run this group? That comes up a lot too. Like what do I get out of it? Which is just, it's a hobby and it's fun for me. So we do that for 30 to 45 minutes. Oh, we also do the question cards during this time as well. And the SE survey is great when there's a bunch of new people. A lot of times they haven't done it, and there's really good prompts for discussion. So it's really just a time to get your opinions out there, ask questions, and practice like using logic and reason and discussing with others. And so then after that, the next 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, we'll do practice conversations. And we don't always record these. Some people don't want them recorded, and that's obviously, we totally respect that. If that is something they're not comfortable with, I wouldn't want to push that on anybody. But oftentimes we'll record them, and those are the ones that are on my channel here that you'll hear the audio recording. And we time those generally, and it's a really like low pressure way to practice talking to people using street epistemology, or just street epistemology type questions. And even if it's a topic that you really, really disagree on your conversation partner, it's really nice to have that low pressure situation with other people around too, where you can say, hey, I don't know what to ask next. I'm really feeling uncomfortable. I don't know how to proceed. Like, what do you suggest? And it's just a time to practice. And it's been really useful and really a good introduction as well for people just starting out, I think. Well, as well as more advanced practitioners, street epistemology practitioners who are interested in like fine tuning and honing their skills. So that's pretty cool as well. It's really a lot of fun. I've had a great time, and I took December off, and I really missed hanging out with people and having really good quality fun discussions. So I'm glad we're back doing it. We got another meeting coming up next Saturday, which is going to be fun as usual, I'm sure. And so if you are thinking about starting a street epistemology club, or either online or in person, or you're already running one, cool. I would love to hear your ideas, your suggestions, what you do at your meetings. Maybe I can adopt those as well, because I am still trying to do a little trial and error to see what works best and what suits my personality and my meeting style. So I'm always open to trying new things and exploring the different options in the street epistemology meetings. And there is a Discord group where, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Yeah, here it is. Where it's a SE local meetup. So maybe there's a group in your area already. Here's the Salt Lake City, Utah one, and I've got the meetings posted here. So check and see if you have one in your area, and if you want to start one, like these people would be great contacts to help give you information as well. So I'm always open to answering questions or having discussions about any of this. So I just thought I'd put this out there for anybody who might want to hear what I do. And it's been great. So I encourage other people, if that's something that you're thinking about doing and just need the little extra kick in the pants to get going, call me up. I will give you that kick. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll be around. Bye.